How do I read the text-based PDF in UiPath and what are the properties I should know as a developer? That is what we are going to understand in this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to the next video in the PDF automation series where we are trying to understand how to automate PDF in a step-by-step manner. My name is Mukeshkala. I am now a 5 times MVP, certified solution architect and also a LinkedIn top voice. I have shared my LinkedIn details on the page. Feel free to send a connection request. Happy to be part of your network. Also, you can scan the QR and join the WhatsApp community where you get a direct notification on your mobile whenever there is a new video getting uploaded. Also, you can ask your queries and your doubts as well, right? So with that, let's get to the topic where today we are going to discuss specifically about how do I read text-based PDF and what are the properties and the options which are available for me as a developer, right? So this would be our agenda for today. Okay, so the first thing first, what exactly is a text-based PDF? In the previous video, we have already explained the differences in detail. So just a quick recap. Whenever there is a PDF where I can actually manually copy the data, select the data and search the data, that is called a text-based PDF, right? So any PDF we are able to search the data is called a text-based PDF. It does not require something which is called OCR because it is just a text and it is not a scanned PDF something. So I do not need the OCR. Since this is a text-based PDF, so whenever I do the text retrieval, it is obviously going to be fast. And you would see the text-based PDF as invoices, utility bills, certificates or any report which is generated by a system. However, when I as a human, I send you something, right? So let's say you bought some services and I have a receipt, I sign it and I scan it and send it back to you. That time it become a scanned PDF. Wherever if the system or the report is generated by a machine, it is called a text-based PDF. And today we are going to see that how do I utilize that. Okay. So into the previous video, we have seen that I need to have a UiPath.pdf.activities, which gives me all the activities in UiPath to automate the PDF. And inside that same packet, or I would say same package, I have something which is called the read PDF text activity. And these are all the properties. So I'll not go into the theory. Let's try to do it practical and then we would come back and see that if we have covered everything or not. Okay. One request guys, in case you are watching this, I would request you to just get any of the PDF which you have and start practicing it with me. Okay, you can go to internet, just go to Google and search I want this PDF and you will get the PDFs as well. Okay, so practicing is the best part whenever you learn UiPath, right? So just open your UiPath Studio and practice along with me. Okay, and with that, let's go back to the UiPath Studio now. Okay, so this is my UiPath Studio and this is the same project guys, PDF automation, which we have been working upon. And in case you don't have a project, you just create a new project and this dependency, which is UiPath.pdf.activities, that gives me all the activities to read the PDFs. Okay, now for today's demo, what I have got is I have got some files, right? So this is a text-based invoice, right? We can see that I can select the data and then I have a long article written on agentic AI, right? So I just downloaded it from McKinsey. So this is an agentic AI article, right? So these two would be the input files. You can practice the same with any other file as well. Okay, now first thing first, let's go back to UiPath Studio. I'll go here and I'll say create a new sequence. I'll call it as read the text base and I'll just say create. Okay, so read the text base PDF sequence is ready. Now first thing first, I'll go to the activities, right? So guys, this is the new layout of UiPath. In case you are in the enterprise edition, you might have a different look and feel, but in case you are community, this is the new layout, right? And by the way, in the last week, I have already uploaded a video that what are the new things into this release of UiPath. Okay, you can watch the video. Okay, now, so I have activated, or I would say I have installed the package of UiPath.pdf activities, right? So if I go to the activities now inside the app integration, then inside the PDF, and as we mentioned in the theory that we can also read the XPS, that is also here. So inside the PDF you have something which is called read the PDF text. So I'll just drag and drop that activity here, and this is the activity which I am going to utilize. Okay, now I'll just go here and I'll add a assign activity. Why I'm doing that? Because I do not want to hard code the path. Okay, I'll just go here, I'll say control plus K, I say str underscore path of the PDF. Okay, and then I can use the path here. Okay, now where is my PDF? So let's try to first go with this one, which is this text based PDF, which is this one, and try to read this data. Okay, so I'll just go to the text base, shift right click, and then I'll say copy as the path. Make sure we provide the complete path. Absolute path will not work. Sorry, yeah, we provide the complete part, the relative part will not work. Okay, my bad. So yeah, here it is, and then into this one I just provide the path of the PDF, right? So I am just asking UiPath that go to this drive and read this PDF file, and I'll say save. And now this read PDF text activity is asking me, Mukesh, where is the file name? It is in the str PDF file path. Okay, now let's go back to the properties, and here you would see that I have a lot of properties here, right? The first thing is the display name. Good practice. This I am doing for invoices, so I'll just say invoice, right? Now the file name is there. Password. Today if I just go to this file and if I open this file, I do not have a password, right? It is not a password protected file. So for me this field would be blank, but I'll show you that how can you use a password protected file as well. Okay, preserve formatting, as of now I'm not going to use because I do not have anything here into which can use to preserve formatting. Range, I'll set it to all, right? Which means that as a PDF you can have multiple pages, right? So if you can see for this one I only have one page, right? So I can just mention it to all, and then you have the output which is coming as a text, right? So without changing anything, I'll just go here and I'll just say control plus K, and I'll just create something which is called extracted text, right? And this variable would be automatically created into your data manager panel, right? So this is the new variable panel, right? And now just to see whether it is running fine or not, I'll just have a message box activity. Okay, and into that I'll just say extracted text, which I just extracted from here, right? So by just using one simple activity and run the file, I should be able to extract that information from the text based PDF and show it in a message box, something like this, right? So if I just compare it, you will see that everything which was available here is now available with UiPath to do the processing. Okay, how cool is that, right? By just using one activity. Now programmatically this is now available as a string. You can just use it to extract the information from it. That is what we are going to see in the next video, that how do I extract individual information from PDF. But this video is specifically about this activity, right? So this is the first way where you have one page and you are able to extract the information, and that's it. Sorry, my bad, this one. So you have one page, we just write all, and it was able to extract the information for me. Okay, now how about if I have an invoice and that has a password? Let's try to do that. Okay, so whenever we are reading, whenever we receive emails from bank, credit card and all those statements, right? So we always get something which is called PDF, which is like a password protected, which you see here. So it is a sample text based invoice protected. If I just try to open it, you will see that it is asking me that Mukesh, provide me the password for this guy. I cannot open this because this is a password protected file. So the password for this is admin, 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 everything in small. I just say okay, and you would see that while providing the right password, I was able to open this invoice. Now today I am writing an automation where I have to do exactly the same thing but in UiPath. Can I do that? Answer is yes. You might have guessed it correctly, but let me show you. So instead of this path, Now let me get the path of this file. Again, I'll do the same thing, shift right click, copy as path, right? In the real time automation, guys, these paths and everything will come from orchestrator. This will be part of a different program. This would be coming from a different workflow, right, on your implementation. So now I'm saying my UiPath that I want to read this path, right, which is for the password protected, and this will go into this and this will extract the text without providing the password. If I just go and try to run the file, so the file which I have provided here is having a password, and now you are getting an error which says that the password is incorrect, right, because you didn't specify, right, what is the password. So let's try to go to the activity, into the properties, and I'll just specify the password here. Now if I see the password is a string variable here, so I can just provide the same password which I mentioned, admin admin, which is everything in small, and I'll just save this. Okay, again the same concept, guys. If it is a real-time automation, you will save the password into orchestrator assets, and from there you will read the asset, download it, and then you will get the data out of the assets, right? In case you are new to orchestrator, just a quick heads up, I have a paid course which is in Udemy. You can explore that, go through the syllabus, and if you feel that this is something you want to learn, feel free to purchase that as well. Okay, so yes, I have provided now the password to the PDF file, and again just go here and I say run the file. Now what should happen, if everything works as expected, I should get the data into that message box, which is like this, right? So if you see here, this was the PDF which was password protected, and now I am able to get exactly the same data into my message box by just using that simple password protected thing, right? So that is how this password thing work, right? So I hope you understand what is display name, what is file name, what is password. Okay, now if you are able to follow along till this point, just comment down password, so I understand that people are following this tutorial. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. Okay, so today I have a use case where I have a very big file to read, or a huge file, right? Let's say this one, which is the agentic article, and if I just can see how many pages I have, okay, here I have 26 pages in this article, okay, which I wanted to read. Now first thing first, let's go to this one, and I'll try to pass the path of this agentic, copy as path, and I'll just go here and provide this path of the agentic article which I have. Okay, and now to read the PDF, I'll go here, and in the settings I do not have a password, so I remove this password, right, because we don't have a password here. I'll remove this, and then into the message box I'm trying to show all the data, right, because message box won't be able to store all the data. But let's go here and try to say run the file. Okay, so now what is happening here is I have a huge PDF which I'm trying to read with UiPath, and you can see that it says that the file name extension is too long into the message box, right, because the content is very huge, so I cannot print show it in the message box, right? So let's go here, and maybe I'll try to use something which is called log message, and then into the information level log I can just try to say the extracted text, and I can remove the message box. Okay, because the text is huge and the variable the message box is not able to show that activity. So what I have done is I have just used a log message activity, and I am logging everything to the console, which is this. This is the output, and here it is, right? So this is the complete, the state of AI something, right? So this complete article is now available into my textbooks, right? So basically UiPath was able to read the complete thing, and now it is available as a string variable, and I can utilize it into the any other place. However, sometime you might have requirement where I do not want to read the complete PDF. I am interested only in 1 page, 2 page, or the 3 pages. So today it is reading all the pages, because If you go here, you would see that the range is all. I am saying UiPath that I want to read everything, all the pages. What are the other options we can have? Okay, so for example, let's say today I want to only read this page, right? Page number 1, this should be page number 2, right? So today I am interested only to read one page, so I can just go here into the properties, and this all I can change to 2. So now I am telling UiPath that go to this complete PDF, read the data and only read the second page. I'll just go here and run the file and just printing that information into the log message, right? So by just changing one property, output, and I'll just scroll up. Here you can see organizations are beginning to create organization structure, the state of AI, and create the structures, right? Something. Let's try to see what is that. Yeah, organizations are beginning to create the structures, organizations, blah blah blah, right? So whatever it is, it was able to read only that single page, right? So that was about reading the single page. In case you want to read only one single page, you can just go here and provide the page into this range property and it will read that. Okay, the other option is sometime you might need to read it from two certain pages. For example, I want to read it from page number 2 to page number 4. You can also do it like this, from 2 to 4, from 3 to 4, from 5 to 7, from 5 to 10. You can also do like this. So for example, page number 5 to, let's make it small so you can validate, page number 5 to 7, right? That's what I am saying it to read. So here if I go to the page number, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 5, right? This is the 5th page and this is the 6th page and this is the 7th page, right? It has some numbers, some images, right? Whatever it is, right? So I'll just go here and I'll say 5 to 7. I save this, go here and run the file, right? So the input accepted is all. The input accepted is a single digit and it can also work on the pages. See, all the pages from 5 to 7, right? So for the validation, the first line should be organization are selectively centralizing and the last line is something like let's try to see that. Okay, let me just try to copy it, put the same into notepad, right? So here it is, right? So rewiring capture 6 and organization. So let's go to page number 5. See, rewiring to this, and the page number 5 was starting from this. Is this page number 5? Sorry, this was page number 5. Don't go with this one, so go with the PDF page number, right? Organizations are selectively centralizing. So organizations are selectively centralizing to rewiring to the value of page number 6, right? So basically we are able to read the data with the help of the ranges as well. Okay, what's next? I can also do something like this. So I have how many pages? I have 26 pages, right? So I can just go here and I say that I want to read from the page number 25th, but I don't know what is the end, right? Sometime you might have a requirement where you say that I want to read the data from a specific page number, but I want to read it towards the end, but I don't know what is the end. It may be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? You can do it like this, 25 to end. I'll save this, same concept, go here, run the file, right? So basically what I'm saying is that I want to read the data from the page number to the end of the file. And here it is, right? So whatever it was able to extract the online survey about the research, right, from the page number 25 to sorry, my bad, into this this one, right? From page number 25 to whatever is in the end, you are able to read that. Okay, now the other interesting thing about this property is that you can combine all of these things together as well. So for example, today I have a requirement. First I want to read page number 1, okay, and after that I want to skip 2, 3, 4, 5 and then I want to read from page number 6 to page number 8 maybe, and then I want to skip everything, then I want to read page number 20, and then maybe I want to read something from 23 to end. I can always do like this, where I have given the pages into a comma separated thing. So this also works into PDF, where all of these things works individually as well, but if you want to combine all of that, you can still go ahead and do that as well. How cool is that, right? So let's go to save this, go here and say run the file, right? Now what should happen, it will go to all those individual pages, and it will try to combine all the output and put it back into the output list, and then I can use it for further processing, right? So by just playing around this range property, I can actually go and do a lot of stuff, right? And then we have something which is called the text, which is the output text, right? Now you might have something which is called the preserve formatting. The preserve formatting is in case your PDF have some kind of formatting which you want to preserve in the output, you can always do something which is called preserve the formatting. By default this value is false, which means that we are asking UiPath not to preserve the formatting. In case you have some special characters, you have some kind of currency symbols or anything which you want to preserve when the output is getting read, use this one which is called the preserve formatting, and UiPath should retain the formatting in the output variable as well, right? So this is how you use the read PDF invoice activity. Simple activity, but has a lot of things which you need to remember. Okay, and with that, let's now come back to the slide which we started and see if we have covered everything or not. Okay, I'll put a laser. So the read PDF text activity is from this package. It reads all the characters we have seen. Output is a string variable. File name is required. Password is optional. If only the password is protected. If you don't provide, you get an error. We have seen that. Preserve formatting, if enabled, preserve the formatting in the output string. The default value is false. If you want to change it, it's a boolean. Just mention true, true. Okay. Interesting one was the range, right? Where is the range? So we can use it like this, or we can combine all of this together, and if you want to read everything, just select it to all. The default is all, right? The text always is a string variable which is an output. We have seen that, and the other two are the display name and the private, which is for all the UiPath properties, which is to label this activity. Private, when you enable this is suppressing the login of the variable during the execution, right? So this is something related to the logging, right? Now there is an important note which you should know about the read PDF text activity, which is this activity extract the raw text only. It does not apply extraction algorithm and is not compatible with document understanding, right? So during the document understanding also, guys, we have some activities where we need to read the PDF. So you cannot use this activity for document understanding. It has a different set of activities. Okay. By the way, again, in case you are absolute beginner to document understanding, I have a step-by-step tutorials on document understanding where you can download the file, practice along with me, and we both would have the same use case at the end, right? A lot of developers have already started learning document understanding. You can also do that. Link is available in the description, right? So that was about the PDF activities, read PDF text, guys, and I hope you are able to follow along this complete tutorial. If that is the case, maybe just comment down understood read PDF, so I understand that we guys are on the same page, and I'll see you in the next video, right? So with that, wrapping this video here. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to the channel, and happy automation. Bye.